Hello cookies, it's Siri, I'm back and today I'm going to talk about my surgery, the recovery process, and I'm going to insert some footage here and there because I tried to film part of the before of the surgery and as well part of the recovery process. This video is actually really important to me because when I was in the recovery process, I was really actively looking for other women who went through the same thing and to see and compare experiences because somehow I think that it helps cope to see that other people went through the same thing and to get some tips and to really just hear that you were not alone in going through that thing. And watching some other women, I realized that some people recovered really easily, really quick. Everything was just perfect. Some people could literally go back to work the day after, while some people, like me, and some people I watched as well had a really pretty freaking tough time. So first I only found those people that had an amazing time and I felt super guilty and lame and weak and just, dumb because I was like, I eat healthy, I exercise, I actually have a low body fat percentage, I'm pretty energetic, and I was honestly convinced, maybe that was too presumptuous of me, but I was convinced that everything would be fine for me and that I would be one of those people that can walk and jump and run and swim and, do everything the day after or like 2 days after, and then suddenly ended up being completely bleh. So I felt guilty because John had to take care of me and I was really looking for so many different people's experiences and seeing the experience of the women who went through bad recoveries as well. I felt kind of better. Of course, it's not like I enjoyed, seeing them like that, but I felt that, oh, okay, so I'm not alone and it's okay not to recover like Superwoman. So for those of you who are not interested in this, because it's going to be too much information and not graphic images, but stuff that you will probably be like, this is super gross and disgusting. Did you really have to put this in the video? And the answer is yes, because I wish that other people included those gross / a bit embarrassing parts in their videos because I really wanted to feel like I was not alone on my first day and second day after surgery. So that's why I'm putting this all out so that if you are going through the same thing and your recovery is not as smooth sailing as everybody else's, you can tell yourself, well, Iry's fate was much worse. So I guess I'm fine. So if that makes you feel a little bit better, then yeah, at least I would have done a good job. The first kind of creepy thing that happened was the day before the surgery. So in the morning, I got a call from the hospital and they said, we have an available time tomorrow morning at 8:30, do you want to take it? And I said yes, of course, because I wanted to do it as soon as possible. I really did not expect that they would call me and give me a time the day after. I thought that if they called me, it would be 2-3 months later. But I got the day after and I said yes, of course, I will take it. They gave me instructions through email because I didn't get to meet anyone then that was supposed to brief me of what I was supposed to do, so I just didn't know anything really. And she said, I will give you some instructions by email, and it was just a PDF file that you send to everybody, I guess, because it was nothing personalized just for me. And there were some instructions on taking some painkillers that I actually forgot to take, which was the biggest mistake of everything, but I will get on that later on. And the second instructions was to go to the pharmacy and buy some soap and some shampoo. It's the same kind of thing in a package, to shower yourself the night before and the morning before the surgery, and then to change your bed sheets and your towels. It's the day before, the evening before technically, and John and I just went through the snow. It's snowing like crazy to buy this Descuton thingy, and it's supposed to be soap for your body and for the hair that you use to disinfect yourself. So I'm supposed to shower with this tonight and tomorrow early morning. My first meltdown came with the soap thingy because it says do not get the soap on your brain, which is really weird because John and I thought, but how do you even get the soap on your brain? But it said do not get the soap on your brain, on your nervous system, on basically lots of internal things. And it also said do not get the soap in your eyes or your ears, because it can damage the nervous system. And when I started to shower, John and I thought, okay, it says not to get the soap in your ears because otherwise it could get to your brain. And we put some cotton in my ears and then we taped it so that the water would not get in my brain through there. What happened is that somehow the water still got in there and I started to freak out like crazy. I freaked out so bad. I started to go, boo boo, I'm going to become a vegetable. My brain is melting. It went in my brain. Oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I had such a meltdown / breakdown in the shower. John had to come in there with all his clothes and calm me down, and I really thought that I was losing my brain, that it was gone because I had the damn soap in my ears. It's gonna reach my insides, my brain, my nervous system. Maybe I'm gonna get paralyzed since my nerves are gonna be affected. Like, I was just all over the place and that was really bad. That was so bad. And up until now, I'm thinking about it, I'm just so freaked out because I honestly could not think rationally anymore. I was just panicking completely. I thought, my life is over. The one thing that I value the most is gonna melt. And I was so panicked that I felt like my brain was literally melting because of the soap getting in. And that was bad, but I got over it, and in the morning I managed to shower again, do the whole thing, but I have to say that I didn't wash my hair again, and anyway they said that I didn't have to wash the hair in the morning, which was really nice, and I really tried to shower like this and to put the soap everywhere, but completely avoid anything that was up here, definitely, because I didn't want the soap in my ears and my eyes because I was just super freaked out. And in all that confusion and panic of the evening, I forgot that I was also supposed to take some painkillers. I'm not sure how much, but it was quite a lot. So I completely forgot, and I also tried to push the whole thought of the surgery back in my mind because I was also scared. I mean, I wanted it to be done and over with, but I didn't like the idea of sleeping because I've never been put to sleep like that before, and I thought my heart is weird, I have really low blood pressure, you know, I have problems breathing, and with all the things happening, I was kind of almost convinced that I would not wake up from it. I know it sounds really bad and it sounds like I'm overreacting, but I really thought there's a chance that I might not wake up from this thing. So I tried to really just push the whole thing from my head. So because I freaked out and because I tried not to think about it, I just forgot the second most important step, which was to take lots of pills that were prescribed the night before the surgery, and I was not allowed to eat anymore after midnight. That was okay because we had dinner at like 8, 9 and I was not hungry anymore, and usually I'm not hungry before 10, 11 in the morning, so I thought, yeah, it's going to be okay if I don't eat in the morning, I'm fine, so never mind that. It's 8:05 a.m. and we're on our way there, and it's kind of really dark. I mean, it's winter, so I'm trying to use the light in the car, and I'm not allowed to have any lotion or anything, so my face is dry, and I wanted to look on fleek actually to go today, but now I just look like me. Hey boo boo. Are you excited? It actually looks pretty nice on the other side here, like
Stockholm Stadium.
Ah, Stockholm Stadium. Not bad. Alright, let's go figure out where we're going. There you have Boo Boo walking towards the information board. There's snow everywhere. It's kind of really big actually around here. In the morning we went to the hospital, and when we arrived there they said that John could not even enter the area where they had the waiting area and like everybody there. So we're technically outside now, and they said that John can't come in. I mean, even in the block. So now he has to wait somewhere in another building, and I'm like, what? It's so annoying. I'm pretty annoyed right now. Say something, Boo Boo. because I was really freaked out. I said, no, I'm not going in there if he's not going with me. I know that he's not allowed to go in the surgery room, but at least knowing that he's somewhere in the building would make me feel good, even though I know he couldn't do anything for me, because I was just freaked out. But they said no. I was a little bit irritated, I have to say, but in the end I thought, we're already here, so let's just go anyway. They asked me to arrive there at 8:30, but I had my surgery only around 11 because one of the nurses came and she asked me if I took the pills. I said no. She said, okay, you have to take them. I said, I can't have painkillers or strong pills on an empty stomach because my stomach is really weak and I usually have really bad acid reflux and I feel nauseous and I don't feel good in the stomach. But she said, you have to take them. So I had to take them, and that's why my surgery was a little bit late, because we had to wait for the effects, I guess. And of course I was dressed up in the whole traditional surgery outfit, like that blue thingy, the hair thingy, and the not so glamorous. And I remember the nurse, I think she apologized to me and she said, it doesn't look really good, but hopefully it's up to your taste. And I thought, you know, this is really the least of my concerns. I could be naked wandering around the block. I wouldn't really care, because my mind is more on like, I have to wake up. I have to wake up when they put me to sleep. I have to wake up, but not in the middle of the surgery. Can I actually control my mind? Like in movies, people sometimes control their mind. So my outfit was really the last thing I was thinking about, to be honest. One thing that I didn't like was that the surgeon arrived and she talked to me for, I'd say, 15 seconds. She came, she introduced herself, I introduced myself, and she said, you know what we're going to do on your right? I said, yes, you're going to operate on my right ovary for a cyst. And she said, yes, so it's good that you know. Do you have any questions? I said, not really. And she said, okay, bye. And you know, I thought that even though I didn't have any questions, she would talk to me a bit more, ask me things, whatever, but that was the extent of the conversation. So I thought, okay, well, that was pretty short. And you know, I thought there would be something more, knowing that I haven't met any surgeon or anyone before. Like I said, I got the phone call and I got the generic PDF that they send to all women who will have surgery. I thought that now was the first time I actually meet a doctor before the surgery. She would talk to me, but nothing happened. So I just thought, whatever, let's just do it. I was awake when I was on the table and they started to talk to me. There were many people in the room. The anesthetist started to pump the stuff in my arm and I remember telling her, it hurts, because it really hurt. It was like it was here and then it was really cold and I felt like my vein would explode because she was pumping it so fast, and it was cold and it hurt. And I told her it was cold and it hurt, and she said, it's okay, everything is going to be over now, you're going to fall asleep. And I said, yeah, but it hurts. And I was already starting to go, you know. And she said, think about something nice. The last thought I had on my mind was John fought Boo Boo, and I remembered I had a tear because it felt so cold, even though it was supposed to be hot. You know, tears are usually hot, but I had a tear. And then that was it. When I woke up, I was kind of in a haze and I just heard voices, so I didn't want to open my eyes because I felt really like bleh. So I was just listening and I heard that there were other women as well in the room starting to wake up, and there was this man there that I looked kind of like that because I didn't really want to open my eyes, and I knew that if I opened my eyes they would come to me maybe and try to talk to me or something, and I really just wanted to be left alone when I woke up because I felt super nauseous and weak and just sleepy, and I felt horrible. I wasn't in pain. I had no pain whatsoever, like no pain. I really didn't feel any pain from anywhere. And I'm not saying that to say no, I'm tough, but I really just did not feel anything. But I was so nauseous and so weak, it was the worst feeling ever. And to me personally, I would have rather felt pain, as in really bad pain, than that, because that was just the mixture of feeling weak and tired and nauseous. My whole body was kind of just like, that was so bad. And they finally realized that I woke up, and then they came to talk to me. The lady nurse and the man nurse, they left me alone for a while, but after about 1 hour, they really asked me to go to my room, and that was so bad because I really wanted to, to and to feel better, because usually you feel much better after you've released it, but I just couldn't. I still felt so nauseous, and then when I arrived in my room, I felt really bad for so many hours. I was just like sleeping, trying to get better, trying to move around to find a comfortable position, and in the end I was the last person there. Some of the doctors already left, and there were only 2 nurses that were left in the evening because I was too weak, so I couldn't go home, and I felt really bad. John was there. In the end, they allowed him to come because they said, well, you're the last person here now. It's okay if your partner comes and sits with you. But even though John was there, I was still just like, I could not talk to him at all. They were forcing me to drink water. I didn't understand why first, until they said, now you have to go pee. And they were really telling me, you have to tell us if you peed. And first I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and pee then, I guess, even though I was like, I really didn't want to move the whole time, like all those hours. I went and tried, I couldn't pee, got back, told the nurse I couldn't pee. She said, okay, let's try again. And we tried a few more times, and she said, you know, you can't leave until you pee. I said, what? She said, yeah, it's really important that you pee, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't pee, and in the end, towards 6 p.m. I guess, they said, okay, you can go home since you look like you're feeling a little bit better, but you have to have a catheter inserted. I said, what? I really freaked out. I freaked out as much as I could, so it was not, what? But more like, what? Kind of freak out, but inside I was freaking out like crazy. And I really expected they would put a hole on my stomach and insert it. I don't know why, but that's how I thought it would go. They just inserted it, and that hurt. It actually hurt. I said, okay, now I have this thing there, and it wasn't super comfortable, but at least I could just go home then since I had it on. So they gave instructions to John, they gave him extra pockets and told him how to change the pee bag. Oh, this is getting so super glamorous, Cookies, but I'm telling you that because I haven't found anyone in forums, both in French, English, Swedish, on YouTube, French, English, Swedish, I haven't found anyone who had to go home with a catheter. No one! Even though the nurses told me that, yeah, sometimes it happens, it's not that uncommon, I haven't found anyone, and I really thought that something was super wrong with me and that I would never be able to pee again. If you have a catheter right now because of your surgery, or if you're scared of that, then yeah, it's a normal thing I had it placed, and it's not the funniest thing, but it's not the end of the world either. It's actually for safety, because if you can't pee and you have all the stuff that is stuck, it can explode, not like boom, but you know, it could be really bad to keep all the pee inside, so it's good to let it out, just like we all need to go to the loo. The good memory of that evening was that the 2 nurses that were the last ones left, I think they probably had something like the last shift of the day. They were both really, really nice. They were the best, nicest, most amazing, funniest, not taking myself seriously type of nurses that I've met. They were always cracking up jokes, they were always teasing me. Sometimes they made jokes that could be considered inappropriate, and then they apologized to me saying, oh, sorry, maybe you went too far. And I was like, no, come on. I love people that don't put filters, that are just so raw and honest in their jokes, because I think that's like the best. I can't stand people who are politically correct even with their jokes, like, no, we have to select jokes that are not offensive. Like, hey, come on, the best jokes are super offensive. Please get offensive towards me when it comes to that. When I finally stood up and John and I were going towards the car, I ended up puking a lot, and then when we were on the way home, I ended up puking a lot. When I got out of the car, I was puking. When I was at home, I puked something like 3-4 times, and then when I was on the bed, I had to stand up sometimes to puke. I had to carry that damn pee bag everywhere, so that first evening and that first day were just a complete nightmare. At night as well, I couldn't sleep properly because I was trying to find positions that were comfortable because of the pain. For those of you who know how the surgery works, they put some carbon dioxide in you, so like you all like a balloon. It's trying to get out. It's stuck here on your diaphragm, and it's affecting the nerves linked to the shoulders and here, and it really hurts. That was like the pain that was really like, the pain is bad. Even though I didn't really enjoy having a pee bag and that thing inserted in there, it was still pretty good because I didn't have to stand up and go to the toilet, because I felt like, no, I really just don't want to leave the bed. I just want to lay down as much as I can. Day 1 after surgery, so I've been laying on this bed since yesterday evening, and now it's, what time is it? It's 15:43. And there's cookie crumbs on the bed because John has been giving me cookies. You know, I'm not supposed to eat cookies because they make you fat. Now I'm going to attempt to leave the bed and walk for a while, and I'm really scared because I have the damn gas here that hurts like freaking crazy, and I have my pee bag that I have to carry as well because, mind you, I can't pee by myself, so they put this pee bag. Okay. This is maybe not super glamorous. I haven't seen any video where other girls that did the laparoscopy had a pee bag, and I felt quite lonely. I feel quite lonely. I feel like I'm the only one who can't pee after surgery and who has to have this on. I don't know for how long. Supposedly until Friday morning, but I'm not sure if, you know, if I'm going to be able to pee by myself, so I'm kind of stressed about that. So for all of you girls out there who have to have a pee bag, please believe you're not alone, because I'm dealing with it right now. Oh, I really don't look fancy and I have cookie crumbs everywhere. Well, I guess since this channel is called CookieChipIry, it's only normal that I'm sleeping in cookie crumbs. Okay, now to the attempt. Let's fight for this. I feel like my stitches are starting to hurt as well. Okay, I'm grabbing my pee bag, my glamorous pee bag. Every fashionista needs her own pee bag. I feel a bit dizzy.
Just take it easy.
Yeah, it's okay. Still day 1, after I went a little bit around, I'm kind of tired. It's like I feel like I sprinted for 4 hours, but yeah, anyway. I'm really excited. There is mashed potatoes, and Boo Boo is the best at anything related to potatoes. I never ever do mashed potatoes myself because they will never taste as good as Boo Boo does. He has some like spices, and just the way he does it is really nice. And then there's fake meat and some assorted vegetables, so it's protein, fibers, a little bit of carbs. Yeah, thank you, Boo Boo.
You're welcome.
Second day. It's the morning, 7:50. John just made me breakfast. So I have some yogurt with mangoes and banana. I like that stuff a lot. And then I have some scorpa, like some hard bread, I guess. A cookie, because I always get a cookie. Some warm tea for the gas in the diaphragm and the shoulders, you know, the gas, and then some baby food. And that's my breakfast for today. It's 13:37. I don't feel so good right now. I'm not in pain, and I don't have any gas pain in my diaphragm or shoulders. I don't feel pain where I got the surgery, but I feel very tired, like I have no energy, and it's like my lowest since right after surgery. Day 3, and we are going to head to the hospital now. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning, and my pee bag is here, hanging there. I'm wearing John's loose pants, and hopefully they're going to take off the catheter because I feel like it's giving me a urine infection. You know, it's called QT. I think it's catheter urine tract infection, which is really bad because I felt like I could pee by myself already yesterday, but I don't know why I still have to have it until now. So I'm like, I'm kind of like, it kind of hurts, and I feel weak, and I don't feel super nice, so I can't wait to have it off because It's already annoying enough to have to recover. So those first days were just about sleeping, taking it easy, walking a little bit, trying to feel less nauseous, trying to eat. And I would say that it was not the best, most amazing recovery. It was definitely not easy. I want to do plastic surgery. I have a list of many things that I want to do on myself. It's not a secret. I've never talked about it on my channel, but it's not a secret either. But now after that whole experience of, waking up, feeling nauseous, feeling weak, and the whole feeling of the first few days after surgery, I'm like, I really don't want to go through the same thing again, so I'm not sure if the plastic surgeries will happen. I still really want to do them. There's like 80% of me that want to do them, but 20% are like, remember that freaking nightmare of a recovery you had? And today is 2 weeks exactly. Today, it's Tuesday, that I've had my surgery and I'm not completely recovered yet. I still spend most of my time on the bed. Now I can walk and of course I can film a little bit, but it's the first time I've filmed since my surgery and I can't do it for too long and I'm not going to the gym. The pain started a week later. The pain down there, as in, I don't know, I guess it's stitches pain plus muscle pain inside, something. And that's the end of this video for the first days of recovery. Let me know if you want me to film as well day 4, 5, 6 until now, I guess, because now it's exactly 2 weeks today that I've had my surgery. Just let me know if you want me to talk about the rest of the days as well, because I filmed it and I had a really bad, nasty experience at the hospital. They actually made me worse again when they took out the catheter. That was really bad and I'm really mad at them because they did lots of things that were so unprofessional that day. It's something else. I filmed it also. Let me know if you want me to show you the footage and to show you and tell you exactly what happened, because that was really unprofessional of them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're in the middle of recovery, I hope you got a little bit of insight and you know that you're not alone. Have some courage. It will get better every day. You will feel much better, I promise. So until next time, I will see you cookies at the next video. Bye bye.